Okay, The Last Exorcism. This one recently had a sequel, which I thought, if it's called The Last, you should have The Last Part 2. Right, that's a whole different story by itself. So, you have a person who initially was a minister at a very, very young age. You know, his father was a minister, and he was touched by the Holy Spirit, and was really good at what he was doing. Over time, he became jaded and disillusioned. Does it sound like every other exorcism movie so far, where the main character, the main priest, has kind of lost the faith, more or less? And what he does now is he does exorcisms without really truly believing in it. So he sets up lots of weird practical effects to go through it. He decides to have a documentary film, actually videotape what he's doing, recording. I'm going to meet with the people, I'm going to go through the process, I'm going to rig up, like a little smoke thing for my cross, I'm going to have, like weird sounds, make the bed shake, all this stuff, all these little weird practical effects. Goes to this family in New Orleans, runs through it, and is like, alright, you know what, your daughter's fine, I got the demon out, should be good to go. And that's when all the weird twists and turns start happening. The nice thing is, this is a movie that works because it's a very, very small crew. You've got pretty much the three people who are the family. You've got about like the 3 or 4 people who are the film crew and the pastor or preacher. And it just works because it's a really small group. And there's a lot of that level of distrust between all the characters. And it does a really good job because it has lots of, well, it's this, well, it's got to be this, well, it's this, well, it's got to be this, or it could be this. So they throw out just enough misdirection to make it interesting. And the ending, I thought was actually pretty unique. I again walk into most movies with like 0 expectations. So being pleasantly surprised, I go, you know what? That was inventive. And the physical acting of the girl who's possessed is fantastic. A lot of it where she's doing like weird twisting and contortion moves. When you read, yeah, that was her just bending her body into some weird, just ridiculous positioning. And that makes it actually a very entertaining movie to watch.